What's up guys, this is Balázs from Racing Brick. We've already covered the bigger sets from the 2020 LEGO Technic lineup. You can watch all of the related videos by clicking on the link in the top right corner. I created a dedicated playlist for you. Now let's see this year's pullback sets. No, please don't stop the video yet. I know in the recent years the LEGO Technic pullback sets were very far from being exciting or interesting. Honestly, 2019 was the worst, with the ugly and crude getaway truck and the police pursuit sets. At least in 2018 there were Whack and Bash with their engines falling out, or the Stunt wins from 2017 with the paper ramps. So what do we get in 2020? Here's the 42103 Dragster, the 42104 race truck, and there's a third set where one of the vehicles has a pullback motor, the 42106 Stunt Show Truck and Bike. Why do I think that LEGO did a great job this year? There are three main reasons. First of all, they decided to ditch the combine model concept of the pullbacks, which never had a really playable result. Just have a look at some examples of the previous years. Instead of the combine models, we get real B models for all sets, and I have to tell you that these B models look far better than the pullback A models from the past few years. The second reason is the added pullback motor to a bigger set, which has now a manual truck with the usual hand-of-God steering and an additional pullback bike. And the third reason is the shared theme between these sets. All of them are somewhat related to a racing event and they are very playable together. Let's talk about the piece count and the prices. The Dragster and the race truck are very similar with 225 and 227 pieces. The price is 19.99 euros or dollars for both. Remember, last year we received ugly sets with 120 and 128 pieces for the very same price. The Stunt Show Truck and Bike has 610 pieces and the price is 49.99 euros or dollars. This is the price level of the Chevrolet Corvette ZR1 and we get two vehicles for that. So what do we find in the boxes? The two smaller sets both have 3 bags, the pullback motor and the manual with the sticker sheet. The Dragster also has 2 separate tires. The bigger set has 4 numbered bags, which is a very nice and unusual feature at this piece count. There's a separate bag with the tires and the pullback motor and the manual with the sticker sheet. As you can see, all stickers are very colorful, flashy, and they fit well in the racing or stunt theme. I really like the look, and it also shows me that LEGO did put a lot more effort into these sets this year. So let's start building them. The first set is the Dragster. This seems to be the most simple one. The pullback motor is usually part of the core structure and it is built in at the very beginning. Most of the time there are no special parts or difficult building techniques used in these sets, as the target audience is younger, and these pullback sets could be the first ones both as an introduction to the Technic world. Some parts can be a little bit challenging to put together, as multiple axles and pins need to find their proper place, but if you pay attention to the correct alignment, then it should work as designed. Here's a strange accident that never happened to me so far with the official sticker sheets, only with third-party ones. I tried to pull this piece too quickly and I managed to tear it. There's not much you can do in such scenario. I tried to do my best to align the two pieces. Hopefully it will be not too visible. The shape of the Dragster is formed by these big stickered body panels. It's interesting to see these side ones. For the first side the structure is not too stable, but once you attach it to the body you can see that it's actually pretty solid. There are only a few pieces left, and after attaching the wheels we are done with the Dragster. The extra item in the box is a drag racing Christmas tree. Unfortunately it does not have any working functions like the one we've seen in the Speed Champion set with the Dodge Challenger and Charger, but it looks okay. Now let's see the race truck. The building time is around 30 minutes for both of the smaller sets. It will not be more than an hour even for an inexperienced builder. It's interesting to see the stickers being split in two on this piece. For some reason LEGO did not want to put a single sticker on a curved surface. Another weird experience with the stickers, this one was not cut properly and there's some leftover of the sticky surface at the end. This is nothing serious, but it's not the first sticker related anomaly with these sets. I hope there's any general quality issue behind it. Now here's a really cool piece. This one only appeared in this shiny metallic silver finish in the James Bond Aston Martin so far. Nice to have it in a cheaper set as well. We are almost finished with the truck. The scale is quite small, so we won't find too many details on it, but in general it looks good. There are some additional body panels, the rear wing and a few other pieces to put on. After that there are only the wheels left and it's done. The extra item for this set is a gate as the finish line for the race. It's cool because it can be used with the other pullback sets as well. Now let's see the biggest set, the Stunt Show Truck and Bike. Here you can see how the building process is split in 4 phases with the 4 numbered bags. We will start the building with the bike. LEGO rarely puts stickers on motors or electronics, but this one has nice skulls on the pullback motor. It's good to see some gears involved in the pullback sets. They can be useful if someone wants to use it as a part source for some custom builds. The structure of the motor is really simple. It only uses the bare minimum number of parts, but the result is recognizable, and most importantly, it is stable enough to be playable. In the second bag we get the parts for the trailer that also act as a ramp for the bike. It does not have too many pieces, but it's quite big thanks to the bigger panels used. This will be the mechanism that acts as a stand when the trailer is transformed into a ramp. After adding the wheels, there are only a few details left and our ramp is finished. With the last 2 bags we will build a stunt truck. This one will be different as it does not have a pullback motor, and unlike the other sets it has proper hand-of-God steering. You can already see here how the steering will work. The rotation of the vertical shaft coming from the roof is transferred to the horizontal axle that will be connected to the steering rack. After building the seats, there are some details for the dashboard. It's interesting to see the sticker for the speed meter. LEGO has a very similar printed one, not sure why they decided to create a sticker here. Apparently there was no room here for a fake engine, but we get some stickers with the exhaust pipes. With a few additional details, the cabin is mostly finished. Now comes bag 4, and it's time to add some tiny pieces. First a bunch of half pins, then the front lights with tons of 1x1 transparent pieces. The front of the truck has a printed grille and also a non-Technic plate to hide the pinholes. We get another big skull for the hood. Unfortunately this one will be fixed, it cannot be opened. The wheel arches also get tiny decoration stickers. It's good to see again this piece in red. If you are among the ones who prefer to put on the wheels as soon as the axles are ready, then you will like this set most of the time, otherwise that's the last step for a LEGO vehicle. For this one it's understandable since the rear side panels of the truck are covering the wheels, therefore it is necessary to put on the wheels before them. There's an interesting structure built on the bottom of the truck, securing the body panels and forming the rear wheel arches. As a final step we are building the openable doors and the truck is almost ready. There's one funny accessory left. You'll need to have some bending skills to form this ring of fire that is attached to the rear of the cabin. So here are our finished sets, a team prepared for a great racing and stunt show. Unfortunately, the first thing we can notice is the different scale. The Dragster and the race truck are more or less similar, but the stunt truck and the bike are much bigger than the other two. The Dragster is probably the most simple one, but without any moving parts it is also pretty massive. Nothing will fall off easily. Thanks to the weight distribution, it is very easy to do nice wheelies with it. The stunt truck is also pretty massive. It is well prepared for jumps or crashes. It has very simple openable doors and an openable hood. Unfortunately, there's nothing interesting in the engine bay. The biggest one of the 3 sets has much more features. The decoration is also more detailed. You might find the blue-red color combination weird, but I think it fits the stunt team well, and it was also working for the B model of the car transporter. The truck has working hand-of-God steering. It is pretty easy to control it. It also has openable doors, but no openable hood unfortunately. The trailer can be easily detached and the stunt bike can be unloaded. It is not very easy to play this part as the bike with the pullback motor is difficult to roll backwards. Maybe it's better to skip this part and simply remove it. The mount for the bike can be also removed in case if you want to transform the trailer to a ramp. It is not the easiest to put the bike on the mount, at least for me it always required a couple of attempts. The trailer can be easily transformed to a ramp thanks to the clever mechanism that is easy to unfold, and it also has rubber pieces to hold the ramp in place securely. The whole system is pretty clever. The wheels are slightly lifted off the ground, so the ramp stays in place. The ring of fire can be quickly attached to the truck. It is needed for the stunt, but otherwise I think it is better to be removed. The jump itself is not the easiest to perform, but with a little practice we can have some impressive results. With a little trick, you can put the legs of the ramp on the rear bumper of the truck, and this way it is possible to jump over the truck without touching the roof. I think the best part is the ability to combine this year's pullback sets to perform the stunts and to compete against each other. The race truck can also jump over the stunt truck. You can even try it with the Dragster, although that one is not fully prepared for this. The gate can be also used by both the race truck and the Dragster. Normally the Dragster would not fit under the gate as the rear wing is too tall, but thanks to the wheelies performed by the Dragster, it can smoothly race against the truck without touching the gate at all. If you want to have even more fun with the pullbacks and you would like to see bigger jumps, I can recommend this unusual piece, surprisingly also made by LEGO. It is called the Spinjitzu Stunt Ramp, and it is originally designed for the Ninjago set. It's a fairly big piece of plastic, but it is good for our pullbacks to fly even higher. They won't fly too far, at least without some additional help to gain more speed, but it definitely adds to the fun factor. So let's sum it up. I think the pullback series of 2020 are far the best in many years. The cars share a common theme, they are pretty detailed with a cool look and some nice stickers. All of them have standalone functions, but the best is the ability to play with them together. The appearance of the pullback motor in the bigger set is also a nice surprise. On top of all this, the reappearance of the standalone B models is only the icing on the cake. Honestly, I can barely find anything for the negative side, maybe the different scale of the two smaller sets and the bigger one, but they are still playable together. I can really recommend these sets, and not only to kids or beginners. I'm sure everyone can have a lot of fun with them. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. You can also subscribe and tap the notification bell if you want to see more Technic reviews and other LEGO RC videos. See you next time, bye bye!